And so if we, as spiritual practitioners, get really centered on who we are and why we're here, what starts to happen is your message almost becomes a channel. It becomes something that moves through you. And I've talked about this before. What, in week 3, when we learn how to practice mental clarity, it becomes a place where that message moves through you, right? And comes down through you and out into the world. Right? So if we get centered on who we are and why we're here, that message becomes more of a natural conversation, a natural message, a natural knowing. And what starts to happen is when you start to listen to that knowing, we begin to trust ourselves. And nowadays, right, with all of the uncertainty in the world, because on a collective, there is a collective uncertainty, what people are looking for as you as the leader, right? As you as the one offering transformation to your people, they're looking for a level of certainty. Yeah? They're looking for a level of certainty. They're looking for a level of stability. They're looking for a level of clarity, right? And so that level of certainty and clarity can only come from within. And this is, if you were to work with me, this is what I continuously try to teach you guys, is can we continue to trust ourselves and discern, right? And I talk about this all the time, but discern the many different parts of you, the part that's going to try to protect you and be safe, and the part that is your highest stream of consciousness, right? Because, and I talk about this all the time, but I think it's so important for us to discern those voices, your kind of protector that kind of stops you from going to where you want to go, and your highest stream of consciousness are simultaneously speaking to you and speaking at the same time. And so we mistake it for the same voice. So for example, when my client had crystal clarity on who he wants to serve, right? And why he's serving them and how he's going to serve them, that was his highest stream of consciousness. And as soon as he said it out loud, because here's the thing, when you have a stream of consciousness, it is something that just comes through. And it often, you're like, oh, where did that come from, right? And then the protector comes online and it starts to think of reasons, because this is how the protector will think. It will think of, okay, let me think of all the ways and all the problems I can solve before I move forward. And then what starts to happen is the protector reasons us out of what our highest stream of consciousness just told us. So here's the thing. The cool thing about that is, because you have a protector, your clients very most likely will have a similar type of protector, a similar type of core wound, a similar mechanism to keep them safe. So guess what? This is your goal. This is if I can self-study this and understand how this works in me, right, then I can understand how it works with my clients. Yes? And so we don't want to misdiagnose this part of us as, one, being the leader of our life, but two, it can be a real place of awareness and a place of observation, yeah, for ourselves, and a place of what is my process to move me from that place of safety and protection into my highest stream of consciousness. And because you are where you are today, because most people who are online and trying to offer a gift is because they've been doing this for a good long while, decades of figuring out, I was once here. This was my deepest struggle, my deepest pain. And I've moved myself to a point in my life where I'm now here. And this is what your clients are longing for, to get to this place where their deepest struggle is happening in their life and what they want most, right? To live a life of, you know, knowing, with one of my clients, it was like, my clients want to know more than just the body. They want to know life from an energetic perspective. They want to understand how to show up to their life in their state of readiness, right? So that's what he understands about his kind of high level, high athletic, achieving, high what do you call it, health practitioner clients. That's what they're looking for, right? And sometimes when they're and with his clients, for example, they are so optimized that they're at another level of seeking. Now there's so many, and here's the thing, that with everyone, we all have a place where we're struggling, right? And it's all different levels, and it looks all different for everyone. And there's a place where we most want to go, and we most want to be, and we most want to live, right? So if we can center in why we're doing what we're doing versus making it about ourselves, right? Or making it about what other people will think, but really why we are here at our core, and what we know we are here, why we're here, and like who we're serving and how we're serving. All of our imperfections and our humanity can still be held, because here's the thing, you're never going to be perfect, you're never going to fully heal, right? But you have to understand, if you have a practice of self-studies, this is what the practice of yoga is, right? The practice of studying the self. And you can see how you took yourself out of your deepest struggle into the place you want to be. You can help other people, but that takes a process of really looking at that. It takes a process of seeing the data, because here's the thing, when we get crystal clarity on our dreamiest clients, it's very likely that those people, okay, either you've already, your number one client is yourself, but as you start, it's just natural, as you start bringing yourself out of a big pain, it's natural that you're going to try to help other people, right? So you want to start to look at that data, especially if you're already coaching out there, if you're already, very often we get into a field that is very close to what we want, but it's not exactly what we want. And so we're already in a place of service,